DarkMasamune 87, Mr. Hack and Slash, and I would like to thank everyone from the good people to the bad people, and I'm gonna explain why. To the good people, for the positive feedback, for being my another part of my motivation towards not just my channel but just life in general, because honestly, I've never had too many role models in my life, to be honest with you. And most of them that were, they passed away. So at the end, honestly, all I had was myself and my cousin, which everybody doesn't know, is Jersey Boy. So another thing with that is, shout out to Jersey Boy. He's one of the main family members in my life that actually watches my channel. I mean, I passed my channel to like a few family members in my family, and I gave them the link and everything, and they never gave it my channel the time of day. They're like, I'm not into that stuff, which is understandable. I'm glad at least I got some type of response, and it was the honest truth. And a lot of other people in my family was like, does that bother you? And I'm like, it sounds sad, but I can't let a lot of shit bother me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people go through a lot more than that shit. So I try to compare and put myself in another person's shoes that's probably going through something a lot worse. And I'm thankful for every little bit that I actually have. And from what I've seen today, it's been a long day. It was good, and somewhat it ended up bad and kind of depressing for the simple fact. And I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna get to that. But like I said, shout out to Jersey Boy though for actually taking the time out of his life, not just because he's family, but for the simple fact that he doesn't have to do that shit. He doesn't have to go on my channel and click like and watch the whole entire vid and comment. He doesn't really have to do that shit. And a lot of you also don't have to do it, but you do it anyway. So shout out to all of you for that. The bad people though, in a way, you too are some type of motivation, and I'm gonna explain why. Because you might say negative shit, but I use that to my advantage, and I just try to build better. But unfortunately, you can't please everybody, and that's just the way it is. You can't say you could make the best thing in the world, whether it's a video, whether it's anything for that matter. You can be the best at something, and everybody in the world knows that. But there's certain people that are not gonna agree with that, and they're either gonna hate on you or they're just gonna say what the hell they've been thinking, and that's it. And you can't really be mad at them, because honestly, you don't even know if they're going through something in life. So you can't judge them, even though they judge you. But it's pointless to judge back. Especially when you're already an adult. It's pointless. So, and speaking of adults, I've tried to get advice from some community managers from different gaming companies, and it's funny because they give me advice, but they can't take the advice that they just gave me. So they'll tell me, let me make an example. They'll tell me, hey, don't curse, because also young kids watch this and watch what you're writing. But yet they'll curse their asses off and diss the shit out of a fan that loves their work and what they do for a living, and they'll diss the shit out of a fan over some shit that wasn't really that big of a deal. Also, I've seen grown men arguing with each other like a bunch of second graders, and I'm like, this is what the next generation is gonna get raised around, a bunch of ignorant ass people. And I try not to feed into that, but it's so hard not to, because this is one of the reasons also why I make these videos too, because I don't want people to get sucked into that shit at all. I don't want people to go on and get into a negative crowd because everybody else is negative and they're like, shit, I can't beat them, I might as well join them. Nah, you keep fighting and keep bettering yourself to the day that you can beat them. And I'm not talking about with your fists, I'm talking about mentally. You have a better mentality, you have more confidence in yourself. Even if people put you down, you don't give up for shit. For nothing. But that's one of the things that happened, and one of my family members unfortunately caught a stroke, and this subject has to do with that too. My I'm not gonna put them out there, but it is one of my family members, and they caught a stroke because of the simple fact it was about a dumb argument that could have got avoided. It stressed my family member out so badly that he caught a stroke. Now I'm like, why would you let it get to, and that's what bothered me, honestly. Like, and that's what really fucked up my night, because people, and this is what I want to point out to everybody also, people in the world sometimes they don't notice what they get mad about until something really bad happens to a person that they care about, or something really fucked up happens with a business. It goes for everything, whether it's a business, whether it's your family. They argue to the point where it leads to stress and anxiety, and before you know it, the person's getting sick, or, for God forbid, because I don't wish that upon nobody, you know, they pass away, and then they got to think about that. They're like, I could have said this and avoided the whole thing. This could have never happened. But that's just the way shit is, man. Unfortunately, that's the world we live around. A bunch of ignorance that gets praised, and the shit that you're trying to do good doesn't. Another thing I just had to put up in the air, because I want everybody's opinion. Everybody's opinion. Good, bad, I just want to know so that way I can build. This is where I need the criticism the most right now. I want to know how my YouTube channel is. What do you think I need to improve? So there's some people that I already seen, they said, oh, you should have a script. You know, I'm like, but it's still an opinion though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna turn them down and rip them an asshole because of that. You know, I'm not gonna do all that. But I want to hear from everybody, my fans and everything. I want to hear the truth about that, and your honesty, whether it's good or bad. I'm not here to put nobody's channels down, and I don't got time for bullshit. I really don't. I got into a lot of dumbass arguments that I look back now and I'm like, why the fuck did I waste my time? I got into an argument with somebody because they got mad that I unfollowed them. That was the dumbest argument I've ever had in my life. And you know, they say sometimes you can't regret shit. Well, you know what? I don't regret it. I just look back at it, and it's a lesson learned. I will never get into some stupid ass shit like that ever again. It was childish, especially on my part, because I responded to that fucking idiot. So the thing I wanted to get at too is that, and I know a lot of people are gonna be upset about that because I promote that community so much, but unfortunately, you know how it is. Sometimes you try to promote something, sometimes you try to have fun with a certain game company and play their video games and buy everything that they sell because that's like one of the gaming companies you love to buy products from because they're you're like, damn, they're awesome, and I love their materials that they use in their games and all that shit, whether it's a fighting game, a sports game, what have you. And I've noticed the past couple of months, and I didn't say anything. You know, there was only a few people that hit me up. One of them was Jers. One of them was fucking Zhao Tai. It was a whole bunch of different accounts that were, Dynasty Warriors related, just Tecmo Koei related stuff. And they noticed that Tecmo Koei gamers that do commentaries over their videos, they don't get publicity from Koei Warriors or Tecmo Koei Facebook or none of that. It's the people that don't have commentary or don't have annotations to point out a guide or information that they need help with. And people praise them like they're some sort of gods. Like, I don't hate on that. It's just unfair. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say about that. It's unfair. I think everybody should have a piece of the pie too, not just certain people. There's people that haven't been out for that long, and honestly, they do a whole lot better than a lot of Tecmo Koei channels, and they don't get no type of spotlight at all. They just get thrown in the trash and never get noticed. And these gamers, they hit me up and they're like, yo, you're a hacker slash gamer, give me some advice. And I'm telling them the type of advice that like I'm learning from my mistakes and everything, and I'm just telling them the advice that nobody ever told me. Because I feel like with my with the Tecmo Koei community, certain shit I feel like I got played. I really I really do, honestly. I feel like I got played. I think it's fucked up. I didn't just get played though. I'm not gonna be selfish. I didn't just get played. It was a whole bunch of us that did. And it's fucked up. It is. And nobody's ever gonna understand that, and if they do, then thank you. But if you don't, it is what it is. There's only so much I can say and do to put it out there so that way everybody knows what's truly going on, because some people just don't give a fuck. They're like, nah, who cares? But then there's others that are like, you know what, it kind of makes sense and you're right. If you go on Facebook or any of them Tecmo Koei related sites, you notice it's the same exact channels that get the attention, the same exact channels. And they're happy, but I know for a damn fact deep down they're like, damn, there's so many other hacker slash channels that are in the community and they're not being put out there like they should. And it's fucked up. I mean, honestly, I don't even care if I get put out there or not, but it's just in general. I feel like if you're gonna give a slice to the pie to certain people, I know the pie is bigger than that. You gotta give it to everybody that's has channels. There's not too many Tecmo Koei hack and slash channels on YouTube. There's not. There's only a certain few. There's people that just play it for fun, and then there's people that build their channel just hack and slash. And me, like I do different types of games, but most of my games got to do with beat 'em up using your fist or swords or some type of weapons in general. So that's why I'm like, fuck it, Everybody was like, hey, Mr. Hack and Slash, and that's how that name got stuck. But that's just how it is, man. So I just want to know everybody's opinion about that and see what happens from there. But it's just a lot of stressful situations right now happening in my actual life, and I don't open up to nobody about it. I keep it to myself because I really don't want to intrude with none of my family members with their life, even though they tell me, oh, well, not all of them tell me. There's only like three, to be honest with you. And most people might say, damn, only three? A family's supposed to be big. I have a huge family, but there's only three at the moment that actually give a fuck. Other than my wife, that would equal four. But in all reality, and and that's where reality sets in, and it sucks. When reality sets in for certain people, sometimes people realize certain shit, and they're like, damn, why, just why this had to happen the way it is. I mean, honestly, there were certain points in my life where I wasn't even supposed to be right here in front of you right now talking on this camera. I could have been dead a long time ago, and that never happened. I got a couple of chances in life to actually be here to live, which I don't want to really get all up into that, but that's the actual truth right there. I got no reason to bullshit about that. But I'm glad, but at the same time, it sickens me. I wish I could do more about a lot of shit in my life, so that way I don't have to see other people go through shit the same way I had to go through shit. Even though you have to go through certain things in life in order to get by, but a lot of it is unnecessary. It is. Well, this is DarkMasamune 87. Like I said, let me know your opinions and everything about my YouTube channel, how it is. If you don't like it, you like it. What should I change? My commentary good? Does it sound like shit? Whatever. Just let me know what it is, man. And thank you for watching. Peace.